I still remember as if it was today. Thank you very much. It happened on 16th of October, 1998 at 7 p.m. in our dining room. I had just come back from Ljubljana, where I was practicing law at the High Court. So I was sitting at the table with my mother and father, having dinner. I didn't know how to begin my announcement, because a few days earlier, I had made a decision that instead of a great career in public services, I will become full-time life insurance agent. When I told this to my father and mother, my father, he almost went crazy. My father, he couldn't believe his ears. My father kicked me out of the house when I told him I was going to be life insurance agent. And because of my decision, we didn't even speak to each other for 3 years. We were not speaking also before, for some 27 years. But from then on, we were not speaking anymore. My father, he refused to believe that his son, who was the best student, on track to become the Minister of Internal Affairs, is making a decision to sell life insurance. No way, he can be serious. And on that day, he told me to decide between being a life insurance agent or remaining in the house. So on that day, I made some decisions. I decided that no matter what, I would become the best life insurance agent in my country. I decided that I would choose to be proud of my profession, no matter what others might say. And I decided that I would become immortal as an insurance agent. I decided that I would become immortal. I made those decisions while I was on the street without a roof over my head and no money in my pockets. I was on the street, but with nothing, only my big dream to become the best life insurance agent in my country. And today, after 13 short years, very short, we have agency in 4 different countries with more than 300 agents. You know, everything changed for me that day when my father kicked me out of the house. Everything changed for me that day when I was introduced to this industry. You know, sometimes you have to be kicked out of your house to do some things that otherwise you wouldn't do. Do you agree? What about you? Do you need a kick? And what is your house that you should be kicked out of? Maybe, do you have any houses? I must admit, it was not easy. It was not easy. When I started in this business, I was among those, you know, who mobile services was cut off every 2 to 3 months because I struggled to pay bills on time. And I got, you know, special letters from my bank each month. I was never happy to open. I was in such a deep red numbers in the bank, you know, I just passed the bank and the alarm went off. Beep, beep, beep. I had to borrow cash from my mother just to get to meetings and appointments. And I owed so much money I could hardly sleep at night. And every year, at the end of the year, I had to sell my personal possessions just to survive. And also I was among those who rode up to the petrol station to put just $1 worth of gas in the tank. And can you imagine that I paid that dollar with the change, not with the paper bill, because I didn't have one. So that's why I'm so proud today, because I changed as a result of being in this business. It was not overnight. It was not overnight, or thought maybe it was a night, but it was a 13 years long night. Everything changed for me that day. Everything. Unbelievable. So do you have any houses? do you need a kick? Because you never know what will happen in this business. So those 3 decisions that I made to become the best life insurance agent in my country, to be proud of my profession no matter what others might say, and that I would become immortal, change my life as an insurance agent completely. You know, it was not only my father. You know, you have friends? You have friends? So some of my friends, people that I knew, they used to laugh at me when I told them that I'm going to become life insurance agent. Some who I thought were friends made fun of me, and some thought I was crazy and fool and were not afraid to tell me. You know, in your lifetime as an insurance agent, you will meet a lot of different people. And you will work with a lot of different people. And one of the skills you can learn is how to deal with different people that have different opinion to yours. What you will find out is that some people are nice and some people are not so nice. And when I started in sales, I soon learned a lesson. I will share this lesson with you. But I have a good and a bad news for you. Which one would you like to hear first? Good? Bad? Good? You already know the bad news, huh? So the good news is that there is only 9 maybe or 10 really nasty, horrible, and miserable people out in the world. But the bad thing is that they move around a lot, you know. And from time to time you will meet some on the street, but it's not a problem. There are only 10 maybe in the world, you know. And sometimes as an insurance agent you must learn a skill to use a little humor. I sell a lot of critical illness insurance, like my friend Alfonso. So one friend once told me, you know, Smiljan, some people, they don't get money when they get ill. I said to him, not that many. It was a silly comment. Do you agree? I cannot give an honest answer to a silly comment. You know, one guy once told me, Smiljan, I don't need this product, critical illness insurance, because I will not get ill. I said, but you know, this product is designed for those that think they will not get ill. Yeah. You must know how to use a little humor as an insurance agent. Like Mr. Winston Churchill once said, when an angry lady in a British parliament said to him, Mr. Churchill, if you were my husband, I would put poison in your coffee. And Churchill said, lady, if you were my wife, I would drink it.